Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember at what age you learned about the birds and the bees? Do you remember at what age you learned about the birds and the bees? For those who are not familiar with what the words and the bees refer to, it is the way parents used to deflect children from asking them the inevitable question, where do babies come from? This is Distinguished Toastmaster Brahma Kumar, and today I'm talking about the birds and the bees. A time will come in our life when our children, whether male or female, will come and ask us, Daddy, Mummy, where do babies come from? I remember when I asked my mother this question, she said that the nurse actually fries them. She makes them by using flour, she cooks them. And sometimes when she over fries them, some children are born with darker skin. And sometimes, if it's not even burned or boiled properly, the child is born stillborn, meaning it's born dead. This is a story that my mom told me. And for many years, I believed it. Today, as we know, with the plethora of avenues for children to know information via Facebook, by Google, by Instagram, and so on. It's more than important for us as parents to guide them, to let them know what is the forbidden topic, sex. First of all, we need to explain to children the anatomical differences that occur when they reach puberty. Teenage age Teenage is a struggling time and a testing time for children. They are coming out of their comfort zone. They're coming out of their childhood and moving on to adulthood. There are hormonal changes, the changes to their body, and they feel differently. When a boy looks at a girl, there's a surge of feelings. When a girl looks at a boy, again, there are surge of feelings. And they need to understand, why do they feel that way? Why are boys suddenly attracted to girls? Why are girls suddenly attracted to boys? All this while, they were like two different species. But today, suddenly, they are feeling differently. This is what we as parents need to explain to them. Number two, we need to explain to women the importance of their body and how to keep themselves or in control until they get married. The same goes to boys also. In the case of boys, we need to let them know that they need to respect women as individuals and look at them as another friend who's different physically. Women need to understand that men are attracted by physical beauty. Men need to understand that women are attracted by internal beauty. Therefore, it's important for us to teach children the differences between the two genders in the way they approach one another. Thirdly, we need to tell boys to respect women as individuals and not as someone inferior. Women also need to understand and look at men as not as someone who is superior, but as an equal partner. It is then that we can achieve a win-win situation. Number four, we need to explain to children who are maturing what is right and what is wrong. which part of the body is taboo, meaning which part of the body cannot be touched by someone else, including parents, and to know the distance that you need to keep from someone, physical distance. Number five, we need to show to them through social media what is wrong. A person who does not see a smoker will not know that this person is indirectly injecting toxins into the body. In the same way, we need to explain to children the harmful effects of getting information from the wrong sources. Or to put it quite bluntly, the harmful effects of watching pornography. What is pornography? How certain industry is making use of boys and girls for the wrong purpose to inculcate incorrect values such as a permissive behavior that it is okay to have sex before marriage. It is okay to have sex when you don't even understand your own body yet. When we explain to children that there is a right age to actually engage in sexual relationships, that they should only engage in such activities after marriage, then the value and sanctity of marriage is permanently protected. Learning about these from the wrong sources can have a detrimental effect emotionally and physically to our children. Therefore, as parents, we have a pivotal role more important than the church, mosque, or temple or schools. Teach and inform our children about the birds and the bees. It's not all romance, there's more to it. Love is something that needs to be explained very clearly to children. And when they know about the birds and bees from the right sources, from the right avenues, we can avoid many of the problems that we can find in society, such as unwanted babies, having children out of wedlock, or having children before they are mature enough physically and mentally. With that, I end my session today. We shall come back again. This is Distinguished Toastmaster Premakubu.